welcome back. We check back in with Tom now at Hotel Vandivort.
That's right. Tom, we understand that Hotel Vandivort restaurant is unique. So what sets it apart?
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. I'm going to ask the person who I think whose opinion you will, like more than mine. Okay, this is Kyle Little. He is Director of Food and Beverage here at the Hotel Vandivort. And they just asked me a question, which is what I'd like to... What is it that sets Hotel Vandivort apart from other restaurants and things like that?
That's a really great question. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. I love that you came out to the hotel
to be
today,
here.
my friend. So, obviously I'm biased. I love everything about this hotel.
Sure.
But what I'm really loving right now is we are offering complimentary valet for guests who come to dinner at the order. So if you make a reservation at the order, you could just pull up and get right seated. Like soggy days like today, I really hate it when I have to find parking, especially downtown.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm really proud of and
So
excited
you
about.
pull up to the front door and it's going to all be taken care of.
Talk about VIP service, Tom.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. But I mean, all right, one of the things when you talk about VIP service, you have an exec chef and you have a step where there are numerous chefs that are going to, if you make a dinner reservation, they're preparing these things. Now, I don't know if you saw it, but I interviewed Chef Calvin just a little bit ago. What's it like working with him? Because chefs can be pretty temperamental.
He's not listening, is he?
No, you got a clear room in back.
Okay, perfect. No, I'm just teasing. I've worked with so many talented chefs in my career. Chef Calvin is James Beard Award nominated, has tons of accolades, but you'd never know it unless you tasted his food.
Yeah.
He has no ego. He just wants to collaborate.
He was a regular guy when I talked to him. He's just an artist.
Exactly. You saw how pretty that food was. But he takes that passion and he teaches it to the whole team. He just really cares about paying it forward. He doesn't have the ego, and that's what I love about him.
Yeah,
So.
and that's what he brings to the table then, of course. And we would be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that there is it's a full bar back here, and you're noted at the Hotel Vandivort for a couple of different drinks that I know you're proud of.
We are pretty much famous for this bar, and probably our most famous drink is our smoked old fashioned. My mixologist Hannah is making it back here. You can come down and see her, 5 nights a week. We're open 7 days a week, but she's here 5, and she makes probably the best old fashioned you've ever had.
Now, Hannah, honestly, she's a premier mixologist.
Mixologist.
Yeah, that's it. And
highly pedigreed.
And look at these. Look at these. Oh my gosh. All right,
Should we cheers?
Why not?
To us.
To us. A premier mixologist once again. Oh, that's good.
That's good stuff, right?
We're going to shift gears a little bit because you also are known for brunch here.
Yes.
What do you have cooking with that?
Well, I love brunch. We've been doing it since we opened 7 years ago.
Yeah.
We're open Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. What's really great about our brunch, besides the amazing Bloody Marys, we're famous for our house-made Bloody Mary mix. The mimosas are flowing. Obviously, I'm partial to the drinks. But what I really love about our brunch is we have live music every weekend. So it's a real party vibe. Every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're going to have a local artist.
So you have the brunches. You have the dinners, of course. People call in, get reservations, and you get valet parking, so don't forget that
Don't
part.
forget the valet.
Do you have anything special coming up? We're right in the holiday season. Any special things coming up?
Absolutely. I'm really excited about New Year's Eve. I hope you'll be there, my friend. We are having a 5-course pre-fee meal. You can go onto our website, theordersgf.com, to book your tickets. It's a 5-course meal for $100. We're going to have live music all night. I'm going to have my friend Dallas Jones will be there early in the night, and then later in the night I'll have Queen City Trio. We'll get a little party vibe going on. It's just going to be a really, really fun time.
I'm sure it will. The ambiance here is just great, and I'm sure you have so much space here, so many rooms, groups, weddings. You can help people out all different situations.
We are the only 4-diamond boutique hotel in Springfield, and that's really special. It's
Yes.
just, there's a lot of love that went into this building and still continues every day. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud to work here and be a part of it.
And you have to earn that. You don't just get that.
I really think that it's important that you just pay your hospitality forward. Like when you're coming to our restaurant, I want you to feel like you're sitting at a table in my home. So.
Well, let me ask you this then. For all the different things that you offer here at the Hotel Vandivort, how do people keep track of that? Once again, you mentioned the website.
We have a few websites. The easiest one to go to is hotelvandivort.com. From there, you can navigate to all over our campus. You can get to the Order website. You can get to the Vantage website and find out all the information that you need. And of course, you can always call us. I'd love to talk to you. So.
Thank you for spending time with us.
Tom, I really enjoyed having you out here, my friend.
Hey, and really, come by. It's right on Walnut Street downtown. You can't miss it. Hotel Vandivort. Back to you.